Welcome back to our final fabulous segment here on Cityline. I'm chatting with someone who I just love and adore. Her talent is immense in Tacoma, and I have had the pleasure of watching she and her partner, her wife, run events, and they are top-notch, which tells me that there's a reason why she's an event coordinator for Downtown on the Go. Please join me in welcoming back Emily Nakata Alm. I still love your name. It's the best name.
Thank you.
It's got such a diphthong to it. It's really
a lot
good.
of A's.
A lot of A's, yeah.
Up,
you want to do the whole, can I buy a vowel
Yeah.
when it's your name? So let's talk about, for those new to our area, share with us, what is Downtown on the Go?
Downtown on the Go is a local nonprofit. We advocate for policies to make it livable, easier to get around downtown. So we do a lot of events throughout the year, but we also do advocacy and policy, Pierce County Council level, City Council level. Yes. So we advocate for using transit, biking, walking. You want a skateboard, you want a scooter, rollerblade, whatever, but try and just leave your car behind and get around. And we want to make downtown more vibrant through all this work.
I love that, because we have been undergoing, and it seems like it's been forever, but that's just my COVID brain, all the construction that's happening for the light rail and for the link.
Sure.
So sometimes our ability to ride a bike and be one of the velo femmes, goes out the window because of the construction. So it's great that you guys are always advocating of how are people who take public transit, who don't want to own a car, how are they getting downtown? So let's say that I do live downtown and I want to ditch my car. What are some of the options for me to be working at the old Frank Russell building with the ship on top?
Sure, yeah, the old ship. I mean, there's a lot of great bus routes through downtown, of course. They get you from downtown to other parts of Tacoma, outside of Tacoma. So definitely bus transit. Of course, you mentioned the link is coming up, the extension. Looks like we'll open early next year, which I can't wait for. So you can get from the Dome all the way to Hilltop. But right now we still have that portion of the link that's open and functioning, which is super helpful and free. By the way, thank you to Downtown Tacoma Partnership for that. And of course, people don't really realize how walkable downtown is. Different neighborhoods. Hilltop is super walkable. A stadium, go down to the waterfront. So it's easy enough to get around to some destinations that you have throughout your day if you just think about a different way to approach it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're right. I mean, downtown, if you have not walked our downtown, you are missing out. So one of the highlights that you have for this summer is the Walk Tacoma series. Tell me about that, and when is the next one coming up?
Yes, we are finally back in person with our walking tours. I know that's kind of a theme these days. Yay, we're back in person, but we've had virtual tours the last couple of years, so this year we're back in person. We'll have our 4th tour on July 6th. It's going to be partnering with Tacoma Youth Symphony. It's going to be a music walk through the theater district. I want to try and remember all the organizations that are going to be part of it, including Northwest Sinfonietta, the Puget Sound Rebels, Tacoma City Ballet, Tacoma Symphony, the PLU Opera, and of course Tacoma Youth Symphony. So we're going to have different stops along this half-mile route where little performances from all these organizations, and it's going to be really fun, and we're going to have ice cream at the end. So.
Oh my gosh! So it's my food brain goes, that's like a progressive dinner where we get to hop around every different house and sample something fabulous, and then ice cream in the end.
Right.
Okay, if that doesn't say date night, I don't know what does.
Totally, and it's very family friendly, this tour, and we're actually partnering with Green Trike as well. They're going to be there with a hands-on kind of art activity, make your own paper plate tambourine. So we really want to encourage people to bring their kids and come out for a fun night in downtown.
Absolutely. So if I've missed some of the previous ones, like the new downtown business tour, Hilltop Tree Walk you had, the Brewery District Architecture Walk, is there a way to revisit them?
There is. We have been using an app called GeoTourist, which we actually used while we were doing our virtual tours to make these tours still available to folks who wanted to explore. So all of our previous tours, not just from this year, but 2019, 2020, are on GeoTourist. If you just search for Tacoma, you'll find our Walk Tacoma series. I do want to plug, we have our Pride Walk that we launched last year, and we have that on GeoTourist, so you can learn about LGBTQIA+ history in Tacoma.
You said that very well. So GeoTourist, for people in my generation, it is an app that you use on your phone.
It is. It is an app. You can also access it on your computer. So you can look it up that way if you just want to kind of see what the route is, read about the spots,
Print
the
out
tour
the
spots.
route.
Sure. And we also have audio narrations loaded for each tour stop from our expert tour guides that we've had on all these tours.
And where do you get the tour guides?
I mean, Tacoma's full of people who have so much knowledge about the history and culture. You just got to ask around. There are people there who have all the info to help make it special.
Every time I get around, like Bill Barsma and Catherine,
he's done it.
Those people, it's like, man, I mean, they are just walking history books. Unbelievable. So we have another event coming up if people can't get to this one, and that's the scavenger hunt in August 4th to the 11th.
Yes.
So how do we get in on that if we're going on vacation in July?
Absolutely. So we actually just launched registration. We're starting to roll this out. This is our annual big event, which we get a ton of families and people participating in to explore downtown, solve clues, find destinations, complete activities, and you get prizes. So people will have a full week to complete the hunt on their own time, and then on August 11th, we'll have an in-person celebration at Firefighters Park downtown. To celebrate, hey, we're back in person. We did the scavenger hunt. We're gonna have some food, music, all those fun things at that great location. And it's free to participate. You can do it individually or as a team. I just don't see a reason why you wouldn't want to.
Oh, absolutely. So I can remember years ago with Downtown on the Go, we used to have these beautiful little passport stamps that we used to go around. And I know I've missed that because of COVID, because Downtown on the Go had to shift gears to more of an individual type activity just because of safety reasons. Sure. So for people who are still concerned about COVID, walking next to people, what are the protocols for these walks that we have coming up?
Yeah, we encourage and accept anyone that would prefer to wear a mask for any walk. Of course, being outdoors is helpful with hopefully making people feel more comfortable. And then anything indoors, again, I don't know if we have anything indoors. We're all about being outside in the summer.
Yes.
So really, it's a personal choice that we respect anyone that's participating.
Yeah, because downtown in the summertime, the farmers markets,
absolutely,
just everything you see in the parks, you should be outside. So here's the big question. It's been 2.5 years since we've been able to really support Downtown on the Go. So now that these summer events are planned, how do you finish the sentence, how can our viewers support Downtown on the Go?
There are many ways, and many different ways to find what's comfortable for you and accessible for you to engage. There's anything from speaking at a city council meeting to attending a walk to donating if you're able to. We are going to have an in-person fundraiser in September, which we're looking forward to. I think more than anything, it's giving yourself an opportunity to try a new way to get around and try transit if you don't usually ride the bus or the link. Go and try a bike out, and just get out and explore the community and be open to new ways to do that.
Absolutely. I want to thank you and your team and anybody who has touched this event for your flexibility, because, when you have the metro buses all masked up and people are even afraid to get on a bus, you guys got so creative, because keeping that downtown alive is keeping also the vendors alive. So congratulations on such resilience.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, with the 4th of July being right around the corner, people will be considering putting on their own fireworks show. And of course, you should be mindful of local regulations as fireworks are banned in Tacoma and Pierce County. And of course, a good alternative would be Tacoma Summer Blast, food trucks, live music. The Summer Blast celebration will take place on Ruston Way waterfront at Cummings Park in Dune Peninsula. The celebration starts at noon and closes with a big fireworks show over Commencement Bay at 10 p.m. And of course, for more information, you want to visit metroparkstacoma.org. Well, that wraps up another great segment of Cityline. And I have to pause and say this is very bittersweet. Today is the last day of two of our amazing producers, Lane Fickey and John N. Miller. Collectively, they have been in this business for almost 70 years, and they're not that old. These men have given their best to TV Tacoma. They have been such collaborators. They have always bent over backwards to make everybody feel like they were a part of a show. And for me, particularly walking in brand new all those years ago, Lane has been the gift in my ear, and John Miller has been the one to tell me how to turn my head and how to lower my voice so I don't blow out the speakers. So I thank them both for their love and commitment to TV Tacoma, and they will be missed so very much. That wraps up our final segment, and we hope to see you back here next week. Take care.